victory. So we're delighted with what we've done, and we're certainly going to enjoy this evening, that is for sure.
Alistair Cook's been terrific. We just spoke to him, 766 runs. James Anderson's also been terrific with the ball, but you've had contributions from a lot of players, all 11 players in this team.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, Alistair has been outstanding, and to, you know, when you're talking about the likes of Wally Hammond and people like that, he's really had an amazing series. Jimmy Anderson in tough conditions has been outstanding as well. But you're absolutely right. I mean, you can't really pick one or two players out of the team because everyone's delivered at different times, and that generally is a recipe for success. It's what we knew we needed to do at the start of the tour, and all credit to the players, they've stood up and delivered.
And you've had those players, I think I mentioned in Melbourne, like Brisbane's come into the side, Trent's come into the side, and just haven't held up a spot. They've really contributed for you.
Yeah, definitely. And, you know, you need strength in depth on a tour like this, and those guys have really put their hands up. And it's been an outstanding tour so far. The guys can be very, very proud of what they've achieved, not just the players, but the backroom staff as well. Also the players that haven't played on this tour, they've done a really good job off the pitch. And it's been a happy tour, and one we're certainly going to definitely enjoy.
A quick question on Paul Collingwood. He's retired from Test match cricket today. He'll be a loss for the side because he looks like he's a live wire for you in the field.
Yeah, massive loss. I mean, it's certainly a tinge of sadness there for us, not just Paul Collingwood, but Kurt Russell as well. Physio, he's leaving after this Test match. But Colley's been one of the great servants of the game. There's no doubt about it. You can't measure what he does to the side. A lot of the things he does is away from the cameras when people aren't watching, and you know, he kind of epitomises what this team's all about, and he'll be sorely missed. If you don't mind, I just wanted to take this opportunity to firstly thank our supporters. They've been outstanding. We've truly valued all the support we've had over all 5 Test matches, and it's a lot of time it's felt like a home game. The other people I'd just like to mention very briefly, probably our greatest supporters, our families, our wives, our kids, our parents, who have to sort of live with it day in, day out, and they deserve it every bit as much as we do.
Well, mate, a terrific series for you, for England, 3-1 victors. I see your side has now taken place on the podium. Go and grab that trophy off Michael Vaughan. It's well deserved. Ladies and gentlemen, England captain Andrew Strauss.
Great scenes for Andrew Strauss and for his team. We talked about that Compton Miller medal. I think we can safely assume that it went to Alistair Cook, who was chosen as man of the series, and we will establish in just a moment. I'm sure that means he's won that Compton Miller medal. There's a replica of the little urn. They also get that glass crystal. And Andrew Strauss, a mighty proud man. I think that came over strongly in the interview, very aware of all the people around him and how so many people contribute to an Ashes win like this. Mark Taylor is now with me and can answer some questions rather than ask them. But even though it's the captain's ship, these days an awful lot of people seem to help him out.
Yeah, there's a good culture in that side. He mentioned the families, the wives, the girlfriends, the partners. He mentioned the support staff, how they've all played a part. He mentioned people like Paul Collingwood, who didn't have a great series personally, but what he does behind the scenes. If you've got a happy ship, you can play at your best. And that's what England have done. They have certainly played at their best, and I think they're getting better all the time. And one question I probably never got round to asking him is, can they be the #1 side in World Cricket? So I think they certainly have the personnel to go to that level.
Yes, I mean, it's difficult these days. It does seem as if more teams win at home, or at least I thought that, but I've just seen India draw in South Africa, I've just seen England win in Australia, and maybe now cricketers are becoming global animals in a way that they haven't been for 10 or 15 years.
Absolutely no doubt about that. There's this England side, as you can see. They came over here well prepared. They're first-class matches before the first test match at the Gabba. They're all ready to play here. A lot of their players have played. You're already talking about Tim Bresnan on commentary the other day. He's played for Sutherland in the local cricket competition here in Sydney. So they're not unaccustomed to playing around the world like sides were, say, 25, 30 years ago. So you've got to be ready to play in all conditions in all countries.
England are making their way now past a lot of Australian cricket lovers and some of the English supporters who don't necessarily sit so well alongside the Barmy Army. The Barmy Army bring a vocal sort of sense of support that isn't for everybody, and there are a lot of English supporters that are very proud of what's been achieved, and they're around here in the Wongal and the Clyde Churchill. I think we're going to go off like the lids come off the place in a minute when they get round to where the Barmy Army are. You asked Michael Clarke where Australian cricket goes now. I talked a little earlier with Shane Warne and Michael Slater about that. I mean, sometimes you've got to keep a sense of perspective. Where it goes to now is 2020s and 50 overs and a World Cup, isn't it?
Exactly right. The next Test match series for Australia is until about August or September of this year. So there is time to sit back and reflect and see where Australian cricket is at. There's no doubt they were beaten in this series by a better cricket side. The side who got beaten themselves in Perth by about 270 runs, but didn't panic. They knew they had a good nucleus of the side. They didn't panic. They went to Melbourne and played the better cricket, beat Australia by an innings there, and then beat Australia by an innings again here in Sydney. So you can't go racing into bold decisions or bad decisions. You've got to think about, are you producing the right sort of cricketers? Can you do it better? I think that's where Australian cricket is at the moment.
They're getting closer, Mark. They're getting closer to the Army. They're now down at the far end of the ground, the Randwick end of the ground. They're edging into that Trumper stand. Here we go. An awful lot of people travelling to Australia and loving their holiday in this great land. Now Michael Slater and Ian Healy are amongst it. Here's Slats.
Yeah, thanks Nick. Coach B, how good sense? Unbelievable. Compared to last time, it's just unreal really. We obviously experienced 2005 in the UK. This surpasses that in a big way. Winning away from home, incredible.
You've got to hand it to your supporters, the Barmy Army. Listen to them go.
Oh mate, they're unbelievable. I mean, to be fair, when we lost 5-0, they weren't this loud, but they were pretty loud. We've got some incredible supports, and at home I know our support is incredible as well.
Can you believe it was 3-1? You've tamed Australian conditions. You've tamed the Aussies at home.
It's pretty unreal, really, and it's not just 3-1. It's innings defeats as well, which is quite unreal, really. We would have taken 1-0, we would have taken 2-1, 3-1 is unbelievable, and hats go off to the preparation we put into this tour and all the teamwork and every single person doing a job.
Absolutely, mate. I don't want to take away from your team. Go in there and enjoy it, mate. Well deserved. Over to you, Heels.
Yeah, I'm with Chris Tremlett. Chris, that was a thumping.
Well, it was a thumping. It was a thumping. But, just great to get that over in the end. Standing here, it's a great feeling in front of the crowd. So it doesn't get much better than this.
It doesn't get any better than this, mate. A lot's been made of you not having enough mongrel. Is it something you've worked on, or just come out with the confidence of this team?
I think just the experience of more I played, it's just sort of something that's going to come a bit more natural. Probably confidence as well, just backing my ability a bit more. But I tried to let the ball do the talking, which series it has. So just full of confidence at the moment, and hopefully take it forward from here.
Other than this atmosphere, what do you like most about this series thumping?
No, I mean this is the reason why I play moments like this is very special. But the personal level, it's been great just to come into the team and just get an opportunity. But I've been waiting a long time to get an opportunity. Just to come in and do well is on a personal level very satisfying.
And this team has got plans for the future too.
No, definitely. Now this is the first step. But obviously we still want to move up the rankings and be the best team in the world. So that's the next step.
Yeah, let me get out of your way and enjoy.
Thank you. Cheers.
Those scenes reflecting England's excellent achievement, coming to Australia and winning here by 3 tests to 1, all 3 tests by a margin of an innings. That is a splendid performance. They have